welcome back, my student, to comic class. And yeah, I want to talk about this topic because this was going around on Twitter. I think it was yesterday, and I was gonna try making the video yesterday, but I didn't really have the time. I didn't really have the quietness I needed to make this video. This isn't a video where I'm gonna be ranting, like, yelling or anything like that, because it's called comic class, and I like to have a little bit of class in what I'm talking about. I might not have this really great accent or whatever, but I like to keep it pretty mild on here. We're not gonna get super angry, but I did want to talk about this because I felt like a lot of people yesterday were talking about Superman's character, and I felt like on both sides of the aisle, despite what you are, if you're leftist or right wing, whatever, or if you're neutral, you're in the middle, independent or whatever. I think we can all love Superman, and I think yesterday what we were seeing was people arguing that they knew Superman better than other people. I think at the end of the day, people need to understand that Superman, the argument, before we get into this, let's talk about what was being said yesterday. So, what the argument that was happening yesterday was Superman apparently is an SJW. And you had people saying that he's always been an SJW. You had people saying that he hasn't been an SJW. And then you have people that say there's different variations of the character. There's just different ways to look at this. But either side was hell-bent on them being right, basically. And it was just people attacking each other, and it just made me sick and disgusted. I put a comment on somebody's tweet on this. I think it was the most famous tweet, that one that got everyone riled up, the one that went viral or something. And before anyone, asked, why did this happen? Why did we start talking about SJW Superman and all that? Well, it has to do with the newest issue, the debut issue of John Kent as Superman. Apparently, he didn't say true justice and the American way. He basically said something about making a better world or something like that. And I haven't read the issue. I'm not going to give an opinion on it because I haven't read it. I will drop my thoughts on it once I read it. Hopefully, I'll do that either tonight or tomorrow. But apparently, that's what happened. And people are mad or people are happy, depending on how you view things politically in that, and the whole American way being removed from Superman's catchphrase. Now, the whole, true justice and American way has been thrown out for a long time. Way before I got into comics, which was about 2 to 3 years ago when I got into comics. I think it was 2 years ago I got into comics. It's been a long time, way before I got into comics, that he hasn't ever said that. And, as someone that loves this country, and I love our history, and I love our people that sacrifice themselves for our freedoms and that, I feel very attached to that saying. I feel pride in being an American. It makes me happy to know that I live here, and I'm happy for the morals that we stand for. But what I wanted to talk about today, basically to make this video, isn't to rant and say that anyone who thinks Superman's an SJW is wrong, because that's not the point of this video. The point is to say that I think people are getting it wrong, that the morals that Superman has stood for, and if you look at a picture, and I put it in the thumbnail, and it's on the screen right now, to where Superman is basically saying that we will not discriminate against race, gender, and religious background. Now, the problem that I see with people is people saying he's an SJW because of this line. What I don't understand is that if you look at, or if I'm correct, or Declaration of Independence, or just the foundation of what America stood for, these were the morals and the goals we had as people, that, the ones that founded this country, basically. That was the ideal life for us in this country. Just because America, and again, there's no denying America has had its flaws, and it had its dark background. We can't not deny that happened, and it's sad that it happened. But the fact is, that was never what America was supposed to be. Superman represents, and he's supposed to represent what America should be. He's not representing what America is, but what it should be. So those morals that Superman is talking about, those were the morals of our founding fathers that wanted equality for all of us, that wanted us to not judge off of, race, gender, or religion. That's the ideal world, right? Where we can all be equals, and we can all look at each other with pride or, love. And I just didn't understand this. And again, I can understand if people have different viewpoints, but I just didn't understand why no one was bringing that up. I saw a few people that kind of like tried saying that. The way they were wording it was very disrespectful, and they clearly didn't have the intention of getting the other people to see their side. It was mainly just to insult them for thinking that Superman was an SJW. But me personally, do I believe that? No. I believe that these are morals that we all should follow. It has nothing to do with being an SJW or having these standards. You know what I mean? Because all humans should have these standards. And I think no matter if you're right-winged or left-winged, we can all agree racism is bad. Sexism is bad. And judging someone over their religion is horrible as well. You aren't defined by your religion, basically. You're defined as a person. Me being a Christian myself, I don't hate other people. If there's something else, I have friends that are other religions than what I am. That doesn't affect me. People are free to make their own choice. That's the beauty of being in America. And I feel like people just really didn't understand that's what Superman represents. He's everything we should be as humanity. That was his point, why his character was created, was to be this symbol of hope, symbol of this standard, basically, of being a great human being. Despite him being an alien, he represents the best of what we can be as humans, our human qualities. That's what made Superman a great character. It's not that he's super strong or super fast or he has all these powers. It's the fact that he's a human like me and... Well, he's not a human like me and you, but he acts like a human, and he has pride in being a human, despite not actually biologically being one, because he had human parents, basically, that taught him all the morals and things he needed to know to be a good person, and that's what made Superman who he is. And it's a beautiful story that's been told, time and time again, but the fact is, that's what Superman is, and that's what America should be, and that was the point of Superman's character. So no, Superman is not an SJW. At least in my opinion, I don't view him as SJW. If you do, I guess that's fine. Leave a comment down below if you feel differently. You do believe he's an SJW, despite what I said, with everyone kind of agreeing with these morals, and they're not really SJWs. At least, y'all wouldn't say that they are. If you are, you wouldn't say a right-wing person is really an SJW. But we can agree on those three standards, be it that sexism is bad, genderism, or not genderism, that's stupid. Sexism is bad, judging off religious preference is bad, and judging off of race, racism is bad. I think we can all agree on that, be it left, right, whatever, political side you lean on, it doesn't matter. We can all agree as humans, we should all be treated equally, we should all be loved. And that's it, guys, really. I'm not gonna yell, I'm not gonna get super angry in that. Just something I don't understand, why people cannot come together and just love Superman's character. People getting mad over the whole, not having the American way in there, I understand that. But at the same time, if you don't have a problem with that, you shouldn't get mad at people for having a problem with that. There's no problem with loving your country, especially for something made in America. Superman is an American icon. There's nothing wrong with wanting him to have pride in being an American, because we because when something's created in a country and it becomes a symbol, an icon, you kind of live through that character in a way, even though it's fake, and this stuff doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's not going to change people's lives really, or affect their lives, I guess you could say. They're still an icon, and we still live through these characters in a way. We want to see ourselves through them. So the whole pride in our nation and that, for people like that, like I am, I'm very proud of my country. I can see not liking that that's taken out, but at the same time, for the people like me, that doesn't mean go rage at people because they're okay with it not being in there. As long as we can respect each other's opinions and we can accept that there should be different variations of the character, and maybe in the future they will give it back to him and there'll be a different version of Superman that says the American way, like before, back then, the old times, then that's fine. And maybe in that moment, you're going to have a lot of people hating on that. It's going to be a reverse of what's happening right now. Because that's just how comics are. There's always going to be changes. There's always going to be variations. There's always going to be a group of people that don't like what's going on currently in the comics. I don't like Tom King's Batman, but some people do. That's just something I have to accept. But yeah, overall, Superman, like I said, to me, he's not SJW. But what do you think? For anyone watching this video, do you think he's SJW? Leave a comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you look at him as kind of like just a symbol of America itself? It has no political leaning at all. It's mainly just a set of ideals that we should all follow, leave left or right. Doesn't matter which one, either way. But yeah, leave a comment down below. But that's gonna be all, guys. Until next video, God bless you, and until the next lesson comes, keep on reading those comments.